Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at the new difficulty level quest, Shuringala. And this is for the lower difficulty of this new quest. I'm probably not going to make the higher difficulty video because I don't have any good hatcher monsters for that level. But in order to access that higher difficulty level, you have to beat this lower difficulty level first. And then gimmicks here are warps, damage walls, and blocks. It is a red element quest, so we want to bring water monsters. So the first character I'm using is Yamato Takeru 0, and I guess now is a good time to tell you that I finished the max luck of him earlier this week. He was one of my kind of last top 4 impossible max lucks that I wanted to make, so very happy about him. He is my one Pierce character, and then there are places where Pierce characters are better than Bounce here, so we'll talk about that when that comes up. My second and fourth characters are Lancelot, and they are Bounce with no damage wall, no warp. They have a 4-turn strike shot where they can become Pierce, and also go through blocks. So they're almost kind of built for this mission, or the mission that was built for them, depending on your point of view. And then finally, a third character is Miroku Evolution. She's another Bounce with no damage wall, no warp. And then she has the probably the best bump combo of these 3 guys, and that is the Chain Lightning. And then all of the little guys in this mission, they will have weak points on them, and we definitely want to hit those weak points in order to do really good damage to them. So here let's use Lancelot's strike shot, become a Pierce, go through the blocks, hit the weak points, and then take down the little guys. And then all of the little guys, they are in pairs, so we need to take them down on the same turn, or else they will revive the other. Here, the 2 Freyas up there and the 2 Freyas down there, they will revive each other, so we want to take them down on the same turn. And then, in the middle, what's her name? Well, I forget, but that's also a pair, so you also want to take them down in the same turn. With Lancelot again, let's use that strike shot, take him down, and that's the end of that pair. And then Lancelot, he can use his strike shot every 4 turns, every round, so that makes it very convenient to use it. But I would say if you can, try to save it in these earlier stages, because his second tier of his becomes a pure strike shot is very powerful. He gets speed up a lot, and that can really help you in the later stages, but we'll look at that later. Alright, so those 2 characters, they are on top of the blocks, but their weak points stick out of the blocks. So even if you don't have no block, you can still hit those weak points, and then do damage to guys. This is maybe the toughest level of the mission, just in terms of trying to take down everybody at once. There's 3 guys, and their weak points move around, and then there's a block underneath the guy on the right. So it can be very difficult to take them all down in the same turn. I think the best thing to do would be to where like Yamato Takeru 0 is here. Yeah, aim for that weak point, hit the block, bounce back, hit the other guy, hit the other weak point, hopefully come back and then hit that last guy and take him down. That's the best, kind of most consistent way that I can think of to take down everybody in one turn. If not, you're just going to have to rely on like taking guys' HP down little by little, so that they all end up with kind of lowish HP, and then try to hit everybody as often as you can, and maybe get some bump combos in. This is kind of a luck-based level, so. And then the center number of each of these monsters, they are 1-hit KOs. So we do want to take them down every few turns, even if we're not taking them all down on the same turn. But yeah, if you can manage to, you know, keep them all down without getting the one-hit KO, then this level's not difficult, it just takes a while. And then there are the 2 difficulty levels of this mission. And then you can get drops from this lower difficulty level. I beat this and I got 5 chests and no drop. So I'm guessing the drop rate is, it's either impossible level or lower even, so. But you do need 10 drops in order to transcend the monster. And then I looked at it as a pre-transcendent monster, and it's not great. So you really do want to get the 10 drops. If you're like me and you do not have, you know, good characters for the higher level quest, it could be worth, you know, playing through this lower level version over and over until you get the 10 drops so that you can use the character. It might take a lot of clears though. I haven't seen a lot of data yet on how the drop rate is for this lower difficulty level, but yeah, it could be a lot of work. But I'm really happy to see a high-level quest, finally, with damage walls and warps. It's been a long time since there has been one. The higher-level difficulty quest, though, you need damage wall and then mine, so either Minesweeper or Flight. And the only 2 characters that I have good for that are Galaxy Serpent and Holdai. You can use D'Artagnan or Raphael, of course. So yeah, if I really wanted to farm this quest, I'd probably have to pull in that Water Hatcher quite a bit until I got those 2 characters. I don't know if I feel that motivated to do that, so I think I'll just have to be satisfied with this lower level version. And then as for Miroku and then not Lancelot, Miroku and Yamato Takeru Zero's strike shots, they're not that good here. I thought that Miroku's tackle plus Tribe Pulse strike shot would be great here, because, you know, all the pairs, they are the same class, so they wouldn't get that damage. But the damage that Miroku does, even into the weak point, is low. She has a chance to take down the character that she tackles, but she's not going to one-punch any of the characters hit by the Tribe Pulse. So I wouldn't even bother using it. Not even against the boss when it's alone. And then Yamato Takeru Zero, the wave shot that he does, also doesn't do enough damage, I think. So yeah, either direct attacks or use Lancelot's strike shot. But yeah, we are still here. Just trying to take down the guys before their one-hit KOs come out. Alright, so here, 2 of the characters have low HP, so let's see if I can take everybody down this turn. And then this is why I was saying to save up Lancelot's strike shot for the 2nd tier. So I'm going to use that here. And yeah, it's going to do great damage and also up his speed, so he can do you know, many more hits. Alright, and that was very easy to take down everybody there, so... If you can, then I would say, you know, wait until you can build up that 2nd tier. And then most of the previous stages, I would say it is very possible to get rid of the pairs just with bounce monsters. But this one you really kind of want to use Lancelot, because the pair down there and the pair up there, they are linked. So the easiest way would be go through the blocks with Lancelot and then take them down. Another thing that you could do with like a Pierce character would be to you know, start from a corner go in, hit that center block, which is under the boss, come back out, and then hit the other pair. And yeah, that would do it for you there. Okay. But here too, I used Lancelot's second tier strike shot, and I was able to get all 4 guys at once, and do some good damage on the boss, so... yeah, that's another example of saving the second tier. And then here, the weak point does lots and lots of damage to the boss, so once you get rid of the little guys, this stage is pretty easy. Okay, here comes the boss sequence. Here the pairs are on the diagonals, so even more the Pierce character is going to be useful here. Again, I'm going to try to get around that by using Lancelot as a bounce monster, but that did not work. These little guys, they also have one-hit KOs, and then the boss has a one-hit KO. That's that center 8 number there, so we're going to want to keep an eye on those. And then there was that sort of preview of information before this quest came out. And then one of the gimmicks it said it had was moving weak points. That does not apply to this lower difficulty level. It's only on the higher difficulty, so don't need to worry about that. Guremori, that's the name of the little guy here, Guremori. A bounce with a null damage wall, I think. Alright, we'll use Lancelot's strike shot, come up, come over and down, and hopefully take down the 2 little guys. Yeah, but he doesn't really get a multiplier to his attack, so the single hit on the weak point is not going to do it for the little guys. So maybe you want to give Lancelot some Kin Strength Ableberries or the Spirit Crests. Although I don't know if it would be worth it for the lower difficulty level. Alright, let's try again here. Oh, and one other thing, the boss has a kind of a cloud attack. We saw it just go into that Lancelot there. That will do more damage to you based on how many copies of that character you are using. But one nice thing about Lancelot is that there's this regular version and then the summer version. They don't count as the same character, so one of them can be hit by the cloud, and you'll take less damage from it. So, yeah. Alright, so I was 1 turn before the one-hit KO there, but we used the strike shot, went straight for the weak point. And again, the multiplier on the weak point was very high, so... Okay, here I was hoping to one-punch the boss. Not quite. And then everybody else will heal him, so I do have to take down the little guys before I can go after the boss. Here there's another block in the way, so let's go through that with Lancelot. Perfect. And then here the Gremlins, they are a pair as well, so let's see if we can get them with Yamato Take to 0. Perfect. Alright, now it's just us and the boss. That heart is going to turn gold next turn, and then it will be Miroku's turn, so we'll just skip this turn with Lancelot. Hopefully the weak point comes our way. Okay. So this is awesome. We'll pick up the heart, hit the weak point, and then pick up the sword as well. Perfect. Okay, last stage. We want to get rid of the pairs again. Lancelot here is lined up perfectly, so let's use a strike shot and get rid of them. Okay. And And then the Guremoris down there, they have blocks under them, so I'm going to try to get under the blocks with Yamato Takeru. Alright, not quite, but we'll come around, and we'll get under anyway, so that worked out okay. And then once we take down all of those guys, a new pair will come out. So we definitely want to get rid of them. Thankfully Lancelot is in great position, so let's use his strike shot. Okay, good. Alright, and it's just us and the boss. We have 8 turns left before the one-hit KO. However, unlike the previous levels, the multiplier to the weak point here is much less. So we need to be very, very focused on trying to hit that weak point as often as possible, or else we're not going to do enough damage before the one-hit KO comes out. So instead of being a bounce and trying to hit the weak point, we'll just become a pierce and get a couple hits in there. Yeah, not too much damage, but yeah, we just gotta keep focusing on that. Okay, a little bit of damage. 5 more turns. Okay, thankfully we're lined up with the weak point, so let's go through that again. Okay, pretty good. Alright, Miroku doesn't have a choice, so we'll just try to get some hits in there. That's pretty good. Alright, and this should do it. One last strike shot. Okay. And that was Shuringala. Let's see if we got a drop. I already said so, and no, we did not, and no guarantee. But here, this is a screen saying it's unlocking the higher level, which I'm probably not even going to try. Until in the far future I pull D'Artagnan and Raphael somehow. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you could get through the mission, and we'll see you again. Take care.